Love it. Love it. Can't get enough of backwards audio with no message other than if you play it back enough and listen to the lyrics, it says, yeah, come on. Yeah, come on.
I thought it said kiss my white ass or something.
It might say that, but I don't know if the children are listening, so I wasn't going to say ass, Brett. But hey,
it's a donkey.
It's a donkey. It's a donkey.
It's in the Bible.
All right. Does it say ass in the Bible? I guess it does. Oh, shoot. Don't talk till talk to yet, Geoff. You have an intro coming. Hey, it's Southside Steve, and it is the Yeah Come On Show, show 181. We're back. And look, promises have been made on the show. People have been upset that we didn't do a show. I know for a fact 4 people listen to this show drunk every weekend and live for it, and I got hell from all 4 of them for it not being on. And that's what in here in the radio business, 1% of the listening audience calls. So those 4 people represent 400. I just want to let you know that. People that are upset. The rest of them are like, oh, it'll come on when it comes on. But there are passionate, we call them Y1s, YC1s, yeah, come on ones, instead of P1s, which is the radio business. I just made that up.
Yeah, I was like, where the hell is he going with this?
No, we're going to call them YC1s. That's it. It is the Yeah Come On Show. I am your host, Southside Steve, in all my Yeah Come On garb shirt. It's the winter wear, long sleeve. Go to yeahcomeon.com to get this lovely Yeah Come On Legends bourbon whiskey hat or this shirt. Geoff, stand by. And my co-host in this business is one Brett Barney. Brett Barney, my co-host for life on the Yeah Come On Show. My new co-host is one Geoff Cole, who is my co-host on my Fox FM. Show the shirt, Jeff.
Southside Ride.
That's it. We just got done with the Southside Ride. We are in our Invest with Roots studio. And now we are in the Yeah Come On studios because it switches names based on sponsorships. And Brett is in his spare bedroom.
Yeah, it's office, timeout room, man cave with not much in it. I don't know.
Well, you know, a lot of people buy or rent big homes and they're like, oh, we got enough furniture for 2 rooms. What do we do with the other one? What the hell? Put the stereo on the floor. Remember cribs when you always saw that? The brothers. Oh. I love the brothers. They sit there and they got the big cars out in the front yard, big rims, and you go in the house, but you get every spare bedroom. Snoop Dogg killed me. I'm like, you have a room with just a stereo on the carpeted floor. Nothing else is in it. It was just funny to me.
Gotta have the Scarface poster.
Yeah.
That was all of them.
That's it. But no, a lot of people just have that one room. They don't put much in, and that's where Brett broadcasts from. But it's a new show. I would like, because I'm a classy guy. I don't know how many episodes he was on or how long was Evan Brando on Evan Brandonicio.
Probably at least a year because he did the bourbon launch.
Mm-hmm.
Probably right around that.
So he's got about 52 to 55 shows, give or take.
Out of 181.
Out of 180. Yeah.
Matt.
And I would like now to take a moment of silence. Evan is gone. He wanted to take a break, and I gave him a permanent break. I'm not going to dismiss it. I'm going to be honest, and I love you, Evan. We love you, but hey, Jeff's in, you're out. That's a cutthroat damn business. But no, we love you, Evan. You can be a guest. You can be a guest on the show anytime you want. But Geoff Cole will be taking over your duties, and he'll get it done. And sometimes you got to grow and go a different direction, just like Geoff was on the river and I was on Rock 100.5. And here we sit on my Fox FM. And Brett, as always, how many jobs do you have right now in radio?
Oh, I lost one recently, thanks to the Braves.
What happened? Talk to us. We're here for you.
The Braves lost. They, got knocked out of the playoffs. So I won't be producing Braves baseball because there is no Braves baseball, but this is pretty awesome. So just 2 right now. You and the regular job. Just 2. We're taking it easy. This is Christmas. I need to play golf more.
Mm-hmm.
More than once a week.
Jeff, you play.
I play golf. I live twice a year, tops. I don't get out that much.
When you do play, is it just a spectacle? Like no, 120, or can you still hit around 100?
I can keep up. I can do around 100.
All right.
I can keep
Brett,
up with you.
I'm just making sure. Otherwise, Brett, we're not taking him with us. If he's living in the woods, I'm like, either pick up your ball or come on, but don't try to play it. And don't try to tell me everything's a triple bogey. I'm putting down a 9. I'm giving you a 10.
I'm just the guy that's like, if I don't see my ball in 5, 4, 3, okay, drop. Like, I'm moving on. If I shank one in the woods, or the worst though, golf has to be when you pipe the one down the fairway dead straight, then you roll down and it's just gone.
Yeah, you're like, where did it go? Especially right now. And we need to get around in, but it's the leaves and the grass is sometimes a little thicker. And you're like, you will lose your ball in a fairway or just off the fairway. It's a thing. But I think the standard, I don't know how you play, Geoff, when your ball's out of bounds, Brett's quick to just drop a ball. But are you taking a penalty stroke for that? Or are you just being like, hey, here's where it went in, and we cool, I'm just dropping?
Yeah, I don't take a penalty stroke. I mean, unless I'm trying to, prove myself that I'm getting a real par or a real birdie. If I'm out in the woods, or I'm not keeping a real score. So,
oh well, now we know how he plays. What do you do, Brett? Do you take your penalty stroke, or do you? Because I give it 3 minutes. I look for 3 minutes because a lot of times somebody's pushing. Oh
God, get your ass moving. That's a
3
whole
minutes.
Song.
No,
it's
3 minutes.
Song.
No, that is a long time.
All right,
that is absurd.
Well, here's what we'll do. We'll bring a stereo, which is not golf. Somebody will have the speaker.
I have one. I've got the golf set up. And
all right, give me half a song. I want half a song to find my ball.
Fuck, you're a Journey fan.
No, I deserve that. That ball is there, and I can play it and not take a penalty stroke as long as I'm not outside a red line.
If you wait 3 minutes, I'm just going to be throwing. You and I are not in the same cart. I'm going to keep going.
All right, whatever. Cole, ride with me.
I'll sit and finish my beer while you're looking.
See,
you might have 2.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
I do love to hear how 3 minutes is standard to look for it. I think that's normal. You should finish a hole.
I think your 3 minutes is longer than you think. I think I think it sounds like it's not a long time, but when you're sitting and waiting to hit the next ball or the next waiting on somebody, it's.
All right, what's the standard time on a hole? 10 or 12 minutes, tee off to in the hole.
I mean, so I know my quickest is a 9-hole par 3 in 62 minutes walking.
That's pretty damn. That's quick.
Moving.
No, that is moving. Anybody that does a round of golf in 4 hours, I respect it. As long as
like, if there's no one in front of me, 3 to 3.5 is what I'm going to play.
Well, that's really good. I mean, I'm going to tell you, now if the course is jammed and you got somebody in front of you, and you can't do anything, you're kind of screwed. At that point, you're cool with me looking for the ball if somebody's on the green, right? And I can't hit, right?
Well, yeah, that's waiting.
That's completely different. But okay, think about this moment right now. And I'm going to give you a minute, and I'm running a stopwatch, and I'll tell you when we hit 3 minutes.
Okay.
This is how long this is going to take you to look for your balls.
I
assume that you shanked one, and then you bubbled a second one right out of bounds.
No, I've shanked one, and I'm looking for it. And I'm like, I can find this. I can find it. Or if I can't, I'll drop. I only take a second ball on the first tee. I believe in the mulligan there. After that, you're kind of on your own. Unless we're drinking and in a tournament, then I buy mulligans and use twice as many as I buy.
I would just use yours. I'll let you buy the mulligans.
I know. I look at people. I bought them. I'm like, you dumbass. I'm going to take mulligans anyway. I'm not buying them.
Well, it's for charity.
Oh, God. All right. See, now we know who's got the moral compass. We haven't lost that. Evan had a moral compass. I just want to let people know real quick why, because we're taking time right now. I'm in the woods looking. Brett is bitching, and Geoff is being patient, drinking a beer.
Do you want to guess how far in we are right now?
We're at about 48 seconds.
We're at 1:05.
All right, fine. More than I thought. I'm in the woods looking, but here's what I do. I'm entertaining to play with. I'm making jokes. Oh my God, is that a snake? Hit. I'm peeing right now. Look, no hands. I do fun things to make this 3 minutes go as I'm looking. I'm not just quiet and being boring. I'm having a little fun. Is that poison ivy? Those kind of things. I'm social, right? We're having fun.
Mm-hmm. It's a social thing.
It's a social thing. I'm still in the woods. Why we're being social and why I'm looking for my ball. Geoff Cole, for those that don't listen to My Fox FM or didn't listen to Geoff on 96 Rock doing weekends, 105.3, The Mix. He did a show there. You were on air. You were actually a personality on that station.
No, only on 96 Rock, really. I did a little bit on Mix 105.7.
105.7.
But that was just filling in. But that was a regular weekender on 96 Rock. That was my main on air. But I did work on the, producing some morning shows for a while.
Look at that. And I will tell you, Geoff Cole, the day that 96 Rock ended, do you know the day?
It was November. I don't know the day. It was November of 2006.
Geoff is the one, Brett, and I may have already told you this because we've, been around each other. Geoff is the one that pressed the last song for 96 Rock before it took over the project. So he pressed it. He's off the mic, backs away. Next guy introduces Project 961, hits a different type of music, and they were off and running. He's the one
that was the last DJ
on
96 Rock. I'm also the only DJ on 96 Rock to call to say LeBaron James during the sports segment. I filled in.
He called him LeBaron James. He also was running the board once for me and Rhodes in 2005, and we lit his ass up for saying something wrong.
Oh, we have that if you want to play that.
You want to hear it? Listen
That's
to this audio.
3 minutes right there.
All right, I just found my ball. Was that the end of the world? Was it?
That was
no.
I just heard Jeff's entire career at 96 Rock, and that was only half of the time you were searching. Half.
That's great.
Oh, this is funny. So this is when you were with Southside.
Set it up.
Southside and Rhodes doing afternoons on 96 Rock. And I had an appearance, which I rarely had. I think this may have been my only one.
Geoff did his appearance. So you know what he's doing, Brett. He's out there and he's having to call into us. We're recording it and going to air it. He gets to talk for a minute live on the radio.
And this is the NHR. I'm giving away NHRA tickets, and I don't even know what that is.
That's drag racing.
Is it a drag racing? Yeah. Okay.
So that's drag racing.
I wanted to make sure. I was like, I don't know what that. Wait, I think it's drag racing.
And at the time, the NHRA was in commerce. Here we go. You ready? Oh, that's you're playing Miami Vice. You're getting a phone call. There it is.
They made fun of me when I did this call in.
Back Company 96 Rock, Southside Steve, Tim Rhodes hanging just for a few more minutes before Braves baseball begins. I thought we were done last break, but we're not.
Yeah, we're not. We have to go a little late because the Braves are playing in Colorado. So what we've done is we've kind of come up with a makeshift bit real quick.
Well, a friend, Geoff Cole, who works for 96 Rock, he also does all the in-stadium hosting of the games, like when you see the guy on the Jumbotron and stuff.
Yeah, he did that all weekend. He's also the guy out there right when you walk in, it's doing all the fun stuff.
He works for the Braves and he works for us. And so he had to do a call-in where, you call in and just say, hey, this is where I'm at. Come see me. And
yeah, you've heard us do these a million times. You're on a location. You call in for 30 seconds to a minute. You do it live. And
you hear the polished version.
Yeah.
You don't hear this version.
Hey, and let me know if I get some of this racing stuff wrong.
Okay.
I don't know how it works, but I'm just going to read it. And, if it's wrong, let me know if I got to change it.
Go for it, big boy.
You ready? Hey, it's Geoff Cole hanging out at the Walmart in Gainesville. So I got tickets to give away plus some 96 Rock swag. Come out and hang out and chill out with some Gator. Take it up there. Come out and hang out with 2, 3, 2, 1. Come out and chill out with some Powerade with me and some 96 Rock swag. It's Geoff Cole. Oh, hang on. Sorry. 3, 2, 1. Come out and chill out with some Powerade here with me. I'm hanging out till 5 o'clock at the Walmart in Gainesville. For Geoff,
oh my God, it's worse than I thought.
It's hard. It's hard. Geoff does a great job. Yeah, sorry, but we had to do that. We got to get out. Braves in Colorado next. Peace.
Saving.
That's great, and that's Rhodes and I were ambushed. We came at you. That was hilarious.
No, that was fun. I was proud to do that. I think I replayed that on 96 Rock the next day.
You did, and we lit him up, and he's out there live, and he's like, "Oh man!" But you got to embrace.
You couldn't even sign out.
No,
I know.
You're like, for Geoff. Wait.
And it sounded like it was a Powerade event, and I started to say Gatorade.
And see, Powerade, we all know.
I was like, what's the
that's
Gator?
Coca-Cola. He was working for Coke because they have Powerade, and that was a big deal.
Oh, don't they still?
Yeah,
Powerade's
they
still
still got it.
Coca-Cola product.
Yeah.
You didn't even mention what tickets you were giving away. You were like, I got tickets and 96 Rock swag.
I don't know if I got into anything.
Oh, and here's the fun thing that Geoff
That's
does.
the client.
I know it's the client, and here's the crutch. I love the little crutch of the phrasing. This is when you know somebody just doesn't do it a lot. He goes, "Hey man, I got swag." Nobody says swag.
Yes, they do.
I know, but it's rookie. It's like something they say in small markets, which
Tossing out tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes. Hey, come on by. I've got your 96 Rock freebies and swag. Kidding.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If I hear swag, I'm thinking like he's tossing out hats and t-shirts, like they're spending money. I hear tchotchkes, that's like keychains and bullshit bumper stickers with Kenny Chesney probably on them.
There's one time that I had so much dumb crap. I mean, just dumb shit that I literally said, hey, Southside Steve, I'm live at $3 Cafe. I've got a couple pairs of concert tickets. Outside of that, I've got some stupid stuff on my table you might want. I said, I don't know why, but it's what they sent me with. The prize closet is running low. I literally have crap to give away. Come on out. $3 Cafe in Buckhead, Southside Steve. And
that's good.
It's funny, but I'm telling you right now, the promotions director didn't think it was funny.
No.
Nor did the program director. He goes, why would you say that? I go, because I'm being real. And I think people listening in the car think it's funny. You know, that's my approach. And then I got in trouble for the plurals where I went, attention, people. You know, you say, you need to come on by. You know, they talk singular. You're talking to one person. Even if there's 4 people in the car, they all think you're talking to just them. I'm like, I'm talking plurals. I'm redefining radio. And then this is the best one, Jeff. This is when I was new. So I got beat up too. I'm doing one of my first call-ins at 96 Rock. It's 1994. I'm out for some volleyball thing where they're going to end up doing the Olympics for volleyball. It's on the South Side. And I'm working for, I think it was Reebok and some other company. They were doing beach volleyball and I'm out there. And I ended with a preposition. And my general manager, the late, great Tom Conley, who I love, all of his kids interned with me on mornings with Christopher Rude, literally came up to me, Southside, when you're doing these call-ins, I don't need you to end it with a preposition, okay? And I'm like, all right, I think I know what you mean. Does that mean like the word that? Isn't that a preposition?
What's the preposition?
I was like, that's
it's whatever the airplane can do to the cloud.
Yeah, I just said, hey, man, come on and see me. I mean, you know, I got this and that. And I ended it. And he's like, hey, don't ever end with a preposition. I said, okay, sorry. I'll make sure I put a punctuation on it. Yeah. So we've all been beat up. Mm-hmm. Brett, do you ever get beat up for a call-in?
Second one I ever did live on air, I said Gwinnett World Congress Center. I was definitely at the Georgia Dome. I wasn't even at the Georgia World Congress Center. Then I was on my sign out and then I thought I nailed it. I was like, oh, dude, I just crushed this. And I was one of those ones, like I was going to a college kickoff game and we had somebody at Dragon Con and all that. So they were like, hey, before you kind of get going Saturday morning, could you call in? And we kind of just did like a roundabout twice. Mm-hmm. And that was my sign out. The pickups, I've done that 10 million times. Anytime I record something, because you question everything and the way you sound. And you're like, I don't know. Did I put enough smile on this? Did I not put enough smile on this? If it's a disclaimer, am I dry enough? Am I, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree with you. And what people don't realize that, they'll say, like when people watch us, we did our live show. Sorry you missed it. We were going to do the podcast there too, the Come On show, but we did My Fox FM out at the rooftop in Sugar Hill. I got to tell you, Brett, this is a cool location, this rooftop bar. It reminds you of the little rooftop bar that's right there at Colony Square. It's the same kind of setup. It overlooks stuff. It's just really well done, a little modern, but with some old school. It's just very clean and nice new furniture, and they have blankets when you're cold. It's just a cool spot.
We don't have enough rooftop bars, by the way.
I agree. I love them. I think they're fantastic. You get a spot, and they do those little fire pits, all around. So it's just kind of cool.
We have year-round weather for rooftop bars. Or you get the big heaters with the little dome on top, and you just crank it up. We need more rooftop bars. I couldn't tell you any in Kennesaw.
But when we're sitting there doing this, the owner kept coming up to us listening. He goes, my God, so cool. How do you do that? You make it look so easy. And I'm like, we've learned, but I'll tell you, anybody in radio, and this happens to me, and you brought it up, Brett, if I go live on a call-in, which back in the day you did it, you had the board op, which was probably Geoff Cole.
Many times.
No, and he's like, all right, you're hot in 5, 4, 3, 2, and then nobody says 1, and then you count to 1 and go because he's sliding you up and you rip. And you either you're looking at a watch or you got your phone now, or you just feel it. And you can go less, but you can't go over without your PD getting in your butt a little bit. So you do your 1 minute, but every time I went live, I was perfect. Anytime somebody recorded me, it's almost like there was always a pickup. I don't know what it is. There's something about when you go live, you just do it. But you're right. When you record, there could be pickups. So we had fun with you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I had always had that crutch of, I'm recording. Because the whole time that I was a DJ on 96 Rock, I would voice track it. I would tape it, so I could always start over. I never had the pressure of being live. I mean, a few shifts I did live, but very rarely. So I got so used to having the cushion of, if I mess up, I'll just do it over. And that's when that happens. But when you're live without a net and you know it, you're going to perform better.
There you go. Look at that, Geoff breaking down radio. Hold on, Brett Barney. Do you concur?
Oh, I completely agree. You overthink everything you record. Live, it's just let it flow.
Yeah, and that's what you do. And letting it flow right now is what we're doing. Again, the Yeah Come On show reinvents itself. This thing started 4 years ago with Brett Barney and myself. I came to Brett. Brett was working for News Radio 106.7, producing several different shows. And we had worked together, not at all. And later we would do what I'm very proud of. We did 2 podcasts for Cumulus, and one of them is about the day trading incident, and the other one is about
Good
the
luck
Centennial
finding
bombing.
them. They're all gone.
Are
The
you
only
serious?
place they exist now is an external hard drive at my house.
All right.
Cumulus wiped them all.
Good God, people, that was fantastic work. Just because I don't work for you anymore, you're going to throw that away?
Yeah. Well, they were having to
I got
pay
you.
a monthly fee to keep those
really?
out on a website to host them, to send them to Apple. But I'm
All right,
guessing
they
that
wiped
card
them.
either ended or they
What about
eliminated.
ownership on that? And I'm spitballing. Do I need to get approval? I mean, as long as we remove the Cumulus aspects, could we put that on the SouthsideRide.com or air them on the Yeah Come On show?
I think you could. And in worst case, they just shut it down. But who?
I mean, the only
they
way
have
they
other
could
things to
sue
worry
us
about?
is if they listen to this part of this where we're deciding that, because
and
I
here's-
have every interview that we did for that. I have all of the sessions where you mean Randy were sitting in the booth. I have all the sessions where I built to mix down. I have it all.
Don't delete that. Don't
I have
delete
a full
that.
terabyte, and it was only like 8 episodes. Think of that. I have a terabyte of audio.
I would even give Cumulus credit. I understand why they got rid of it. And do they own it? I wasn't paid to do it. I was told it was going to be, but that was a lot of work. He and I rode all around town getting the interviews and talking to all these people that played a huge role on that day. And it was masterful. And that's where I realized what a great copywriter Brett is. And he's a good director and he's a good producer. So what I'm going to do is merge our worlds one day. And I'm right now talking to my program director / owner / hot mess, Chris Murray. The Southside Ride is growing. There's going to come a day where the 3 of us work professionally and the podcast, and I will pull you in, Brett.
And everything becomes one.
And here's the deal. The fun thing will be I'm the host. Brett's the co-host of the Yeah Come On show for life. You get to be the co-host of the Southside Ride for life. He becomes the Coco, and you're the Coco on this. Y'all will have a fun thing.
Yeah, we'll be equal.
And at the end of the day,
that's how it is. We're here to support you.
Yeah. So
But do I get to be the heel?
No, you don't have to be the heel.
Bullshit.
No, here's the thing. I know you will
I send
get
it back.
Here's the deal. Everybody's going to get picked on. All right. You think you can't take a shot at this?
Yeah.
I'm a hot mess.
I get to take shots at him. We make fun of his age a lot.
Hey, watch it.
Wait, can I go back to the things that you got, the interviews you guys did that you're talking about reposting?
Yeah, you can go back to it, but watch it. You're stepping on Brett's toes. Co-host kind of direct that kind of call.
What was it all about? It was all about the Centennial bombing?
Yeah.
One was.
I was there. I was there.
Was this around the time the movie came out that y'all did this?
Brett, was it before or after the movie?
We were releasing the first one when they announced that they were making the movie.
Okay.
So we were first.
Because remember when they announced it and they signed on Paul Walter Hauser, because we were trying to see if he would do anything as like a recap final episode, but the movie didn't want anything to do with it. Because shit, who did the movie? It was
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
It was
because
Clint.
we were trying to get Clint on with us as well.
If only he would have done it, I'm like, if he would have heard
it.
But the podcast was so well done. It's awesome.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it.
Oh, it's good.
We
worked hard on it.
I just wanted to mention in the movie, I was very proud of whoever the set director, art person, because they had the correct 96 Rock sticker on his truck.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times these movies they don't take the time. It's like, okay, that's a perfectly 1996 96 Rock sticker. Wasn't a 2000 sticker. It wasn't an 80 sticker.
Right.
I'm just giving props.
See, and that's cool. And the other reason, you look at us, we're Atlanta natives. You were born where, Brett? It's okay.
Roswell, technically Atlanta, but
I was waiting to say, wasn't it Roswell with you? Or
Actually, I was born in Athens.
Athens. Mm-hmm. All right. But we are the only two that we know of. And another reason why you've got to work with us professionally. But you know what? The podcasts are professional. For a lot of people, this is their thing. But we're all radio guys. But born and raised in Georgia. There's the three of us. And there's something special about that. Therefore, I like it because regardless of who listens to this podcast, it's kind of fun to talk about Georgia. But obviously, we've traveled, but I've never lived anywhere else.
I only lived in California for 6 months.
He tried Cali, went out there to do stand-up, and they asked him politely to leave.
Wait, were you at the Comedy Store?
No, I didn't know. I went there to, audition and try to sell a screenplay and all the Hollywood dreams. But all I ended up doing was hanging out in the Sunset Strip and drinking and, farting around doing nothing. Actually, I spent most of my time coming back to Atlanta because I didn't know anybody out there. So I was bored. Whenever I had an opportunity to fly back here and hang out with my friends, I did that like 4 times in that summer of 2000.
Jeff has a shyness to him that you'll love, Brett. Something we don't possess. I definitely, if I'd have been out there, you just need a wingman. And one night we could have made friends.
Oh yeah,
it would have been intense. You never should have been coming back. But the fact is, at the end of the day, you had the balls to do it, and you get props for that.
I tried some. I feel like I could have tried harder, but I met my first wife.
It was only a summer.
on one of those trips.
Huh?
You said it was only a summer?
6 months.
Yeah,
he did 6 months.
2 seasons.
It was 6 months. Yeah,
I
didn't even commit enough to change my license plate. I had a Georgia license plate the whole time.
How do you not get the California plate? That was the coolest thing about California. Weren't they blue and yellow then? I love
no. Those are all these are the white ones back then.
Screw it. Yeah.
But I met my first wife on one of those trips back. That's also why I moved back.
He started coming back for that.
Yeah.
So he's coming back for a peach. For a peach. You should have been
back to the beach for a peach.
Coming back to
Well, I didn't have the game back then.
Yeah, you should have been nailing some West Coast action. West Coast anything.
Back to we are all Georgia natives.
Yeah.
Could we get in trouble if we discriminated? If we say, hey, if you want to work on the Southside ride, you have to have been born and raised in Georgia. Would you get in trouble with the EOC?
Are we going to follow it with "We don't like your kind around here"? Otherwise, like, how do you want to follow that one up?
I love it. Yeah, you'd probably get in trouble because you're supposed to be an equal opportunity employer.
Yeah,
meaning you can be any color, any race, any religion. You can be from anywhere. So
I don't think Athens and not Tifton.
I think anywhere in Georgia would count.
He thinks it's cool, but you know what, Brett?
Well, it's part of the job requirement. You have to know things about Georgia for the past 30, 40 years.
We are the Georgia network, Georgia Radio Network. So I dig where Jeff's going. I almost feel like now we got to hire a Yankee just to even it out, just because of what you just said. I do not stand behind his statement, Brett. I don't know about your feelings.
If we had to hire a Yankee, what state would you want them to be from, just based off of accent? Because after this whole Braves series, by God, Philadelphia is a bunch of garbage humans.
No, they you know who they are, and everybody
what
I know
horrible people.
No, I've
live in
spent
your
time
dumpsters.
in Philly. Yeah, they're brutal, and even most Northerners even take shots at Philly. I will say that because of my neighbor Dave, I've gotten used to the Boston accent and kind of similar. My in-laws are upstate New York, and Rhode Island. I mean, there's certain accents. I don't know. I think I'd go Boston. They're polarizing. They're intense, but they're fun. They're like a bunch of Mark Wahlbergs. You know? I can handle that.
I would go New Jersey.
Really?
Yeah, just because I'm such a huge Sopranos fan, I'd go New Jersey. I can tolerate that, and that kind of bleeds into Brooklyn and New York. But Boston, that kind of gets me. The Paka. Yeah,
it is funny. I know they call my son. They go like Paka. I'm like, his name is Parker.
I think in this situation, I just pull an Evan and quit.
Just quit.
Am I allowed to make these jokes yet?
Yes,
No.
you can. Here's the deal. Evan's not on, and those of you are wondering, yes,
By the way,
Jeff.
Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Just
by
get a
the-
big yinzer.
I'm glad you said that. Do you realize I have never met, and Steelers are my second favorite football team because Falcons, especially as a kid, never made it in the playoffs. I've never met anybody from Pittsburgh I didn't like. I love Pittsburgh people. I think they're great. See, I almost dropped an F-bomb and I stopped myself.
But you're a pro.
I'm a pro, and I don't need a podcast just to cuss. Brett drops them when he gets
Yeah,
drunk.
when you tell me you take 3 minutes to search for a golf ball.
All right.
I mean, I'd probably give you the middle finger on the course. I'd say it
look,
to you right there. What the fuck?
See? And you know what he's done? He's cussed right when I'm supposed to mention sponsors. God bless. Here's your sponsors of the Yeah Come On Show. Jeff, we're going to pause and take a break, but it's really a joke because I just say it, and then we go right back in.
Yeah, we'll do commercial on podcasts. You insert it into the content.
Yeah, you don't. Or do you think now that you're on and you have an expertise that maybe Brett and I don't, do you think we need a recycler and then something comes up? Endorsement advertisers on the Yeah Come On Show.
We could make some video bumpers.
You think we should have video bumpers? Do we take this thing up a notch? Do you want video bumpers? Do you think our fans would dig that? It's only like 3 or 4 seconds, and then we do it, and then we video bump, and then we're back in.
I'm cool with whatever. On the audio, sometimes I throw in a gong out of nowhere.
Why do you do
I don't
that?
know if you know that.
I did not know that. I
We've
listened
been
to
doing
most
this for
of
like a year. If we have, sometimes it's a transition from like the end of an interview to something. Other times I just put it in there.
All right. I dig that.
Some
That's
shows
something
I don't
didn't
put it in. I might not put it in for like 2 months, and then like I just throw it in a show. I also have these ninja blades that go shing shing, like the sharpening metal. I'll just put it in.
Yeah, I'm saying you could do that with
It's
some
like
kind
hiding
of
a fart in a show. Like
with
if
some kind
you
of graphic.
should we do a hide the fart in the show and see if people can find it?
Like there's a fart.
Yeah,
You
just
have
a
to listen
random.
for it.
Is it a real one?
Actually,
you want
this
me
is
to
a
get
great-
gassy?
This is a great game because then if any of us ever just did let out a monster fart on the show, it'd be like, no, you guys remember that time we discussed the hide the fart? It might not be in every show. This is
All right,
our get out of jail free card.
All right. If you've ever got a fart, just be juvenile. Do it on the mic, and we'll keep it. Jeff,
Well,
by the way, we're in the Invest with Roots studio where we do My Fox FM, and this is also where our podcast, the Yeah Come On Show, started. Brett, this is it. So it's just as much our studios. This is home for us, Oxygen Financial and Alpharetta. But we have, you know the bathroom in here. I have yet to do it to him. He'll blow it up on me at mid-show. I'm like, damn, Jeff.
I'm very regular.
He is.
Sure.
I'm regular at home. I'm doing it early. He gets here and is like,
Well, I'm very regular, but it's usually on the way here. So I usually stop on the way here.
oh,
But
no.
sometimes I'm not ready.
You're one of those guys?
Yeah, I'll stop on the way in just so I avoid blowing this up. But then if it doesn't happen, then it happens, during the show.
All right, Brett, I got to know. I don't know about you. Where do you stop to blow up?
I'm
Is
going to
it a
guess
Waffle
that
House?
Burger King.
Yeah, is it fast food?
Oh, mine's Publix.
Oh, he goes
Oh,
nice.
you fancy.
He is fancy. He's my wife. When we're on the road, yeah, can you just stop at a Publix? She doesn't want me to stop. And I admit, I'm looking at the Subway. I'm like, yeah.
I was
it looks a
about to
little
say
junky.
Subway. I was like, send her the Subway 50-50 graffiti on the wall.
Yeah. And she's like, nah, she wants to put her butt in a nice place, but whatever. But the sponsors right here for the Yeah Come On Show, we love you dearly. Joe Bees. Go to Joe Bees, BEES.com. Get your bee pollen. I take it. I swear by it. Circle285.com. They are there for all your insurance needs. So whether it's home, business, small business, or car, get it all bundled together. Save. They go with the top 25 companies. They get you quotes. You just got to go online to Circle 285, fill out the information, and they'll contact you. Also, we want to thank Legends. Yeah, Come On Bourbon Whiskey, another proud sponsor. Can't drink enough of it. We're popping in about 20 locations a month. You can always go to spiritsusa.com to see where we are. IR Med Centers. We had Stephen Reardon on today, and Jeff and I both are like, I'm blown away. And it's like, heal like a pro is my tagline for it, because athletes have been using, IR Med Centers, what they do. They've been using the technology for years. And it's just like, why get surgery? Why get a new hip when your body can heal itself? And also, if you want to be shallow, they can make you look a lot younger. So go to irmedcenters.com, another proud sponsor. Brett, we're actually going to do a live show at one of their centers. We talked about it today. and we'll hit the Woodstock coming over towards you. So we'll do that. We're going to do the Yeah Come On show live there. And lastly, our biggest sponsor, I want to save him to last because he's loyal. He's a great guy. And I have been under his tutelage, his counseling, and that is Dr. David Markwell. MarkwellTherapy.com. Markwell, just like you think it's spelled, Markwell. I think there's a lot of people. Are you looking at socials lately? There are a lot of people out there that need therapy. Look, if you won't listen to a friend or a lover or a mom or a dad, have somebody that doesn't know you literally listen to your issues and where you are and give you some perspective. And you learn a lot about yourself. And I'll leave it at this. I'm a lion and Amanda is an ox. I learned that through counseling. And it's true. I don't know what you are, Geoff. You could be a snake.
No,
I'm kidding. That was a joke saying like you're a bad person. Brett is a rhinoceros.
Snake.
I'm just kidding.
I don't know why
that's
that's all I can think of.
I don't know what you are.
Wasn't Satan the snake?
Yeah, that's why I'm making a joke. He's the one that talked to Adam and Eve, and he ruined everything. They were beautiful and nude. Next thing you know, it's caveman days.
Dude, can
Depends
I be
on
a
how you
Bigfoot?
interpret that?
Can I be a Bigfoot? We saw the Bigfoot now. I want to be the Bigfoot.
Well, that's what I wanted to get into. That's a great thing. But thanks to all of our sponsors. Again, David Markwell, MarkwellTherapy.com. It's Ridgeline Counseling. I did it for marriage counseling. It's fantastic. Yeah, the Bigfoot has been sighted. Have you seen the coverage?
I saw something on it. I didn't really, I just blew it off like, oh.
Dude, that's Bigfoot.
In 4K.
What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
either that or a hunter.
I don't know. But you're starting to see
else.
No, and you look at the movements on that original video. What is that shot in the 70s? It's like the Sabruder film, for JFK. Everything's in this, it's a different type of a camera. It's old, the movements and everything. But they're like, people don't walk like that. They don't move like that. And I'm thinking there's got to be something to it. Now I question everything because of, what is it, AI?
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood questions it. They don't even want it. But I don't know. This looked pretty damn real. You guys believe in Bigfoot?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
You just said it. You said that really fast.
No.
Brett?
Hell yeah.
I'm in. Dude,
There's
I'm
totally
going to
a Bigfoot.
You
What
want
about
to
Loch
get
Ness
scared?
Monster?
I'm 50-50 on that one. But I'll go 60-40, I believe.
Aliens, we all know are real.
I'm on that
Spielberg
train.
just did that fantastic Netflix show on this. The people that have seen the aliens.
Mm-hmm.
So
I believe in that.
they're real.
Yeah.
Now I've seen Bigfoot.
I agree with the Bigfoot call. And I'll tell you, you take anybody that's not a believer, Jeffrey, and you put him in a tent and upstate, like let's say Oregon, Washington State, into Canada, where like he's supposedly cruising around, and you listen to some howling or some freaky stuff, I guarantee you would be scared to death. The tent can't buy yourself up there just thinking Bigfoot's going to come by and knock on your door. Agree?
Yeah, I'd be pretty scared, but I'm not a camper. What about the lost city of Atlantis? Do you believe in that?
No.
Well, I believe in that. There was a lost city. There was a whole thing on Netflix.
Okay.
There's some.
I did see that.
There's some things that are underwater now that could have been some sort of city. So
the platelets move, right? Didn't we all used to be one big landmass, dinosaur times, and then everything broke apart,
Called
drifted apart?
Pangea.
There you go. So they could have gone into the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I take it back.
I mean, I convert you into believing in the lost city of Atlantis.
Yeah, that took you less time than it takes me to find my golf ball.
What about Megalodon?
Mastodon?
What's the big ass like shark? Isn't that it? Megalodon?
Yeah.
From Shark Week?
Yeah.
And they did the whole thing. It's like Megalodon is real. And people are like, oh my God. And then like the next day they're like, dude, that was all CGI, the whole show, because people were freaking out.
I don't know that there's a shark out there over 20 foot. Every time they say it's just so big, but they're never over 20 feet. I don't think there's ever been one found over 20 feet. I think that's your great white.
It's got to be bigger than 20 feet.
I don't know, man. They all seem to be 14, 16, 18. I never hear of anything over 20 feet. And that would be a big ass shark.
Well, Jaws was bigger than that. Jaws is real.
Largest shark caught was 36 feet.
Well, look at that.
37. Yeah, but this is bullshit. That says in 1870. You're going to tell me in 1870 there was some guy reeling in a 36-footer? Okay, first off, people back then were 5'2". Okay, he ain't reeling in 36 feet of shark.
No, I got it. And they don't have a chair.
5'2" is like being y'all's height now.
Right. And I don't see you strapped in. Abraham Lincoln was a freak of nature, and he was 6 foot even. So I'm with you on that too. I think that
but he had the hat. He had the hat. The hat gave him another foot. He looked like, Dikembe Mutombo.
Yeah. When you're tall, why accent it more?
I mean, maybe he liked that. Maybe that was the thing. If he could show authority and be taller than he really was, since he already was tall. Accent it.
Wouldn't it have been cool if Abe Lincoln wore a ball cap? backwards ball cap. Abe Lincoln, what's up? I'm doing my own thing. That's what I do. I think that the shark world. So I think I'm right. Anything in this century, or even the last 2 centuries, I haven't heard of anything over 20 foot. But that's big. I'm not saying it's not. But could there be something down deep that's huge? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm not going to say no to that. There could be God knows what down there. Ocean's the one area people don't realize we've discovered like 12% of it. That's about it, if that.
Yeah, and we're trying to go kick it on Mars. And it's 70% of our planet. Like, what are we doing?
Do you think we would be better off building underwater cities if it gets rough on top?
Hell no. I saw what happened to that Ocean Gate sub.
Yeah, I don't think he was going to go down exploring anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm about to say, if I was a billionaire, and I was scheduled to go down and see Titanic, I'm like, yeah, scrub that. Done. I'm not going out like that. I think that hurts like hell for about a millisecond. Ugh, not a good way to go. The other thing, since we're skeptical before we finish off the show, and literally Brett finishes us off, once again, it's good to have you on, Geoff Cole, my co-host on My Fox FM, not a guest. He is now a member of the Yeah Come On show. We bid adieu. I may start putting pictures up. Maybe I put up a picture of Evan Brando behind us, and just to give him something. He did spend time with us, but I think this crew will take me to my death, which is in 52 years.
Does the other guy whose name we do not say any longer get a picture on the wall? I don't think that would go over very well there.
No, because no. I won't even. I know who you're talking about. Geoff doesn't. The audience might know if you've been with us since day one.
Yeah, the YC1s or whatever.
Not worth it. That's where it started, but no.
Do I know this person?
No. Used to work with us. It just didn't bode well. He's on the run, and he's on the run with like 4 kitty cats. He's a cat guy.
Oh.
Cat guys scare me. No offense. If you're a cat guy out there and you don't like me for saying that, I can lose a listener. I just don't believe in dudes with a bunch of cats.
I don't know.
Something weird with that.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm with you there.
I can't, and I don't like dudes that have the snakes either. So I just lost a couple more.
Snake guys.
And I don't like anybody with the funky pet that wants to take it out to the park. I don't like the ferret guys. I don't dig that either.
Guinea pigs.
Baby
Guinea pigs
squirrel.
tell me.
They're really just dogs are the only pets that are acceptable to you.
But I don't mind the squirrel. It's kind of cool. Or if you tame one, if I'm at your house and you hand feed a squirrel and he comes out of a tree and knows you and he's cool with you, I'm going to high five you for that. That's cool as hell.
Is that even possible? I've never seen anybody.
My dad did it. My dad did it. And if you watch, just watch some social medias, go down that TikTok thing or whatever, just put in squirrel. You'll see that people have tamed them.
Oh, yeah. There's like a whistle you can do to them that's like a sign to call them to you. And there's this pages, like Steve said, just rabbit holes of people just walking up to squirrels saying, no way. And then the squirrel just comes charging at them. They freak out. Like, that was literally the purpose of what you just tried to do.
Yeah, you're wanting a friend, but to hand feed something like, you never want to hand feed anything that on any given day can have rabies, but I don't want a pet possum or a raccoon or anything.
What about a mini pony? Like a Shetland pony.
Those are cute. And some
those things are awesome. I would totally have one.
I'd like that.
What's the little furry cows?
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? Like little furry cows?
I haven't seen a furry cow. I've seen the little ponies, and I know somebody has one in their house, and comes in. I think Dallas, who we worked with at Cumulus, who I worked with in 07, I think she's got a little baby pony. She's got a bunch of animals at her place. Those are cute. I also like rabbits in the house don't bother me. That's kind of funny. Rabbit comes up to you as long as it's nice. But there's only a few. Yeah, dog's good with me. Dog.
And female girls with cats are okay.
I love girls with cats because they want an animal and they can spend 3 nights at your house
and not have to
go home. A girl, don't start dating a girl that has to go home to take care of her dog and maybe you're not allowed to go home. It's going to piss you off.
Yeah,
all the time. Unless she's good with day sex. I'm just saying. The last thing I wanted to cover on the Yeah Come On Show podcast is that hotel. Jeff and I covered it on the air. Brett, the lead came from you. It's Menugate. And the lead came from you. And Jeff and I discussed it. And let me tell you, that's right here in Georgia. And that damn story is bizarre as hell to me. Bizarre.
So my wife and I have been talking about possibly going down and trying to find the complex, I guess, the apartment complex where it's all going down. And we want to see if we can get a tour of, like, pretend like we're going to move in. I think we could get a tour. Yeah.
Well, the whole thing sounds like a hoax. It sounds like a hoax to me.
That guy's an attorney.
Yeah. The guy who lives there?
Attorneys never lie. They don't lie.
There's an entire movie where the guy liar, and like he can't lie. Like he's an attorney. That's why he couldn't lie.
You can't lie as an attorney. You're not supposed to. So those of you that don't know the story, which one of you guys want to highlight it? Because I think it's cool as hell. Obviously we know it's the Chinese menus or the whatever.
Yeah, somebody put Chinese menus on
doors,
in the frames. Like if you've ever lived in an apartment complex that doesn't have much of a breezeway, people stuff the stuff between your door and the frame. Bunch of Chinese menus. They did it on like a Thursday or a Friday. Come Monday, they were all still there, but the place said 800 people live there. I don't know if you guys really dug deep. Like I started following the guy and looking. By the way, I text you all the little cows.
I love it. Look at the little cows.
Yeah, he told the fire alarm. The cars in the parking lot all have like a bunch of soot on them.
It's like they've been sitting there for 6 months or a year. They've got dust on them. Yeah,
dude. Yeah, there's other ones where it's like there's trash cans because they have valet trash there, and he's like, I know nobody lives in this place, but there's a trash can sitting outside the store. Like somebody walked by and just put a trash can out, or it'd be like, today is trash day, and you look down this hall of like 50 doors, and only 3 people ever put their trash out. It's like there's no way, only 3 people, and they say the place is full up to capacity. I want to say
it's weird.
I don't know.
It's weird. I mean, do people just rent rooms and they're just not coming in, or are there people inside those rooms?
It's a dark site for the Chinese government.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we kind of talked about on the air too. Did somebody buy them up? And they were just buying up property and saying they're owned, and maybe they put vehicles there, and those vehicles are for somebody that might stay there once every 6 months, from their country or whatever. But yeah, they're just buying it up. But I don't think, they're sold out, but nobody lives
actually
there.
Lives there. Yeah, I could buy the fact that someone owns it and doesn't live there, but they own it for some sort of political or business reasons. That I can go along with. But then he goes on to say that he goes to the coffee shop and all the men are saying the same thing on the phone, like it's the Truman Show. That's where he lost me. That's where it becomes a hoax to me.
That's it. And that's the tail end of this story, right? When you walk in to a coffee shop, people are on phones and they're all saying the exact same thing.
But the people in the comments were like, I live there and I agree. Well, not all of them. There were a few people, but I don't know. I think it's real.
Well, we need to find the complex and go down there and bum rush the place. Just knock on the doors.
Could be a ton of sleeper cells.
That's all I need. That's all I need. We go there to do our podcast live, and we end up, welcome to Sleeper Cell City. Crap.
Yeah, their trigger words, yeah, come on, or something.
And all of a sudden they go
in.
We're all dead. Yeah. And I'm like, good Lord. Well, that's where we come weaponized.
You just woke up 500 Jason Bournes.
I know. I'm like, oh my God. I don't know I'm afraid of my vocabulary, man. I say dumb things that, what? If anybody would set somebody off, it'd probably be me with like boomsy. Oh my God. Just some silly word, But who knows?
What if like the whole
Brett,
place is just like a gigantic trip chamber for a bunch of people doing LSD, like y'all did back in your Led Zeppelin days?
all right. I never did. You?
Yeah, in my Led Zeppelin days, you nailed it exactly.
Very big smile with that. Yeah.
All right. I did not. Jeff did. I had a 1987 summer of fun where I pretty much snorted anything you put in front of me. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done with this. And other than that, it was just, pot, hash, liquor. That's it. I never did the Quaaludes, never did acid, never did anything like that. Obviously didn't do heroin. I just didn't have a skinny belt. I didn't do it. But yeah. I'm I'm just a drinker. That's really what I am. I don't mind pot smoking, right place, right time, but that's about it.
Me too. Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. What about you, Brett?
I mean, I'm a drinker. That's my weapon of choice. But where you said I snorted anything you put in front of me, that's the perfect spot to hide a fart in this show.
There you go. Right there. That's where you do it. Hide a fart. So look for the Yeah Come On show to now start hiding farts and sound effects. That's what Brett does. Look for some nice, cool little effects before and after sponsorship. That's what this Geoff does. And by the way, Geoff Cole with a G. He's not English. He just has an uppity spelling of the word Geoff. It's Geoff. Brett Barney, like Barney Rubble, and Southside Steve Rickman. We are the Yeah Come On show. And finish me off, and we will call it a day, bro.
All right. I know Jeff already knows how to play. I start the headline. I stop. You fill in what the rest says. Okay. I do have 5 today. New Jersey GOP candidate who smeared poop on daycare blames blank. New Jersey GOP candidate who smeared poop on daycare blames who or what?
Mia Khalifa.
A dare from his son.
Blamed Obama. Both wrong. Sorry, guys. Definitely did it because of Obama. I was told that I should read what happened in that. But guess what? I'm not going to, because man caught masturbating in public had meth and a blank. Man caught masturbating in public had meth and a what?
Mia Khalifa sex toy.
Sandpaper.
Cucumber. I'll be honest. I don't want to be jerking off. Like you don't want to have things that compare in size. Like you're gonna do that. Like you pick like a marble or like a dice, an Oreo, or something.
That's like saying, "What did you do last night?"
Rice.
Yeah, I sat on a broom. Not a good idea. You shouldn't sit on cucumbers. No, I don't dig that.
Yeah, you don't go get a twist bottle Gatorade or something.
I also want to give
smart.
mid finish me off. I want to give Geoff credit for trying to get Mia Khalifa in the conversation, and I think that's funny. We all know that she has now been canceled, and we talked about her on the show because of her views of what's going on in the world. And I said, well, she's with Playboy. Geoff goes, oh, no, she's not Playboy. He gives me her whole background. How do I know Geoff watches too much porn? Because he knew everything about Mia Khalifa. And I was like, okay.
Dude, what about when her titty got blown up at the hockey game?
What?
Oh, I didn't know that.
What did she get?
She was at a Capitals game and got hit in the breast by a puck. I believe that was her.
No.
This is a long time ago.
Oh, like it was a fake breast and it got busted or something? It got
I don't
hit
think
that hard?
them puppies are real.
Oh,
Unless
wow.
we're allowed to touch them. That's the only rule.
Wow.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, everybody knows that. All right, keep going.
Minneapolis Police Department officer outed as OnlyFans model after blank. Minneapolis Police Department officer outed as OnlyFans model after what?
After the lieutenant subscribed and jerked off to it.
After
with his cucumber.
Is this a girl or a guy that's on the police department doing OnlyFans?
Female.
It's a female doing it after her husband caught her. I mean, that's just simple. It's easy. I figure her husband joined and goes, what? You're on this?
Pulling over a subscriber who recognized her.
That's awesome.
Uh-huh. So
that is awesome.
You're pretty close. Can you imagine? It's like Steve runs a red light in his wife's car, gets pulled over.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm subscribed to your OnlyFans.
What's up? No, that doesn't. We did cover a teacher, unless that's on your thing, that it was doing OnlyFans. She's making what, 38, 40 grand.
She was making 48 as a teacher, and then she had an OnlyFans as a side hustle, and someone ratted her out to the school, so she decided to quit her job because she was making $8 grand a month on OnlyFans. So she's going to get into porn full time, much like Mia Khalifa.
Mm-hmm.
I sent my wife an article about some chick because this chick, I was like, you're more attractive than this woman. She's just really shredded, and she's one of the top OnlyFans people. She's only been doing it for 2 years. She's cleared $10.6 million.
Yeah, it's crazy. Men are pigs.
God.
She has a staff of 21 people working for her now. Like, she's her own company just taking nude pictures.
No, she doesn't do like actual porn on OnlyFans. It's just photos, or she's got to be shooting
I don't know.
video content too.
Yeah, well, it was like the
Wow.
free
I'm
with
joining.
ads in it. You pay a little, you get to see more with ads, and then there was one that was like, "This is all out. Here we go." But her big thing was live streaming. Like, she did a live stream with a couple other people for a couple hours and made $60,000.
That's a good day's
An hour
work.
or two.
That's a good day's
So
work.
if you're an OnlyFans creator, you can also sell ads. Like, you can get subscribers,
I didn't know that.
and there's also ads they can
Yeah,
do.
I guess you could. Yeah, it would be no different than promoting something on Twitter or something, being like, "Hey, check out this. Yeah, come on, #ad." Maybe I doubt that that's even really. There's no way OnlyFans is regulated to the point that they have to put #ad on anything.
Here's what I'm glad none of us know, which tells me none of us do it or watch it. It's a little pathetic to me.
Doing OnlyFans?
Yeah. I mean, watching.
Who the
If
hell
you're gonna
do you
do
think you are to be Mr. 419 flicking his nose at women just trying to, throw some
Do a
meat
side
curtains
hustle
out there and get some
Hold on.
cash?
I'd like to take a break right now and readjust myself. I'm back. I didn't mean that. You're right. I apologize. Go.
We love OnlyFans girls.
Yeah.
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 There was a time where Steve and I had a long conversation. If you ever go on Instagram and you find an OnlyFans chick, I'm probably already following her because during the pandemic, I was hitting up a ton to try and come on, and they were just shooting stuff. But yeah, we were trying to get a lot of OnlyFans chicks on here
to come on the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they need to do it. We need to work on this. I'll work on this.
He's working on it.
Okay,
This-
you can be tasked with it.
Things can only get better. Yeah.
So
you know
what's the approach? Hey, you're hot. You're on the OnlyFans. We want to promote your OnlyFans. You want to come on the Come On podcast?
That's pretty much
the problem. Is some of them were like, "How much will you pay me?" And I'm like, "Not paying you to do this."
Zero.
They were like, "See ya." That was usually the
Zero.
response.
Here's what I might do. I might give you a fifth of Legend Yeah Come On Bourbon Whiskey. How's that? I'll give you a tchotchke. You want a keychain?
I have it. We need to find an Atlanta-based OnlyFans model that knows Southside Steve.
All right.
Okay. Then she'll be willing to come on.
Do you know what just happened to me, Brett?
I'm sure one of those 419, at least one of those 419 has an OnlyFans account.
Oh, I'm sure. I know the type of girl I was looking up.
So probably more than one.
Yeah. I was crossing the street to take little Parker. He came in this morning in our studio, and his school's down the street. So I was walking him across the street to take him over there. And I saw a couple of policemen, God love them, Alfred, and they hit the little beep, beep, Southside, and did the little speaker thing. Next thing you know, windows start rolling down and people are waving and saying hi. I was like, dude, that was kind of cool. People care.
That was Rockstar. It was Rockstar.
That was Rockstar. We had a Rockstar moment for the little engine that could. That is My Fox FM. Again, check it out on the app. But this podcast, we're doing to the day we die. The Come On podcast. Brett, we've got to all get in the same room. We got to pull that.
Agree.
We got to get you back in here because this is the room Brett made. Brett and I, that's where we get our guests back on. We have a good time. I just don't. I hate
ball
the Zoom.
sack deodorant in that room.
He brought in that deodorant that
for
is
your balls, and
it's not for your armpits. It's for down there.
The
like
gold bond stuff.
No,
it's
literally called that. And so
it's
if
like
you're
called ball wash or something.
So if you're going out that night and you haven't had time to take a shower, you give yourself a little wash. It's like the third armpit.
Yeah.
All right, you got anything else to finish this off?
Yeah, here we go. Climate change could make what taste worse in the future? Climate change could make what taste worse in the future?
Ice.
Honey.
Beer. So that kind of sucks. But hey,
that's
screw it.
That's
Get Legends.
his
Yeah,
alley.
Come On Bourbon Whiskey. So never
get off
change
the beer. Get off the beer train.
I'm having to get back on the. I'm gonna get on the bourbon.
There you go.
Last one here. New owner of Nottingham Goose Fair is famous for his what? New owner of Nottingham Goose Fair is famous for his blank. If either of y'all get this, there's 0% chance.
Hold on.
I'll even give you his 4 words.
All right, what?
New owner of Nottingham Goose Fair is famous for his blank. 4 words.
Lump on his back,
Like
a cyst.
his crooked cock.
God, you're dirty. I didn't know you were this dirty.
Okay, first off, these were way closer than I thought they ever would be. So I'm pretty surprised. It is new owner of Nottingham Goose Fair is famous for his cock on a stick stall.
Well, I had one of the words right.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's scary. I'm criticizing him for being Mr. Dirty Pants. I had no idea how dirty he was because I'm on, FFCC radio with Geoff. But boy, you get him on a podcast. And
But this is fried chicken on a stick. It's called the cock on a stick stall.
Cock on a stick.
I told you.
There's something about this guy. Oh my goodness. We are the Yeah Come On Show. This is the Yeah Come On Show podcast. Spread the word, spread the love, and definitely partake and do business with our sponsors. We think they're great. Hopefully you think they're great too. I'm Southside Steve, your host. That is Brett Barney, my co-host. And this is Geoff Cole with a G. He spells Jeff, our co-host. It is show 181 again. I had to slur that.
Yeah. Why not? Sure.
Is it 181?
Yes.
Right here.
Thank you. Oh, look at that. It's written right there.
Brett's got it on the screen for us.
Why didn't you never tell me this? I'm always having to think about it, and it's right there.
I don't know where you're looking.
It's look at the tab. That's what the Zoom.
Oh, I closed
is
that. I
called
closed that screen.
See, that's why it's always. I didn't know. Geoff leaves it open along with porn channel XNX. No, I'm just looking at Jeff's top. I don't want. Is your wife?
You don't want to see some of my bookmarks.
Oh my God!
I don't want to show them here.
No, you probably shouldn't. One day we will do sharing Jeff's bookmarks. Thanks for listening.
Oh my God! We call it out. Just everybody has to read the top 3 in their Google history.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
That's awesome. We might do that. But here's the thing. We got to all be in the same studio so there's no lies.
Yeah. You have to hand your phone to the guy to the right.
Yes. Pass your phone and look.
Uh-oh.
Pass your phone. I want to know the last 3 songs you listened to. I might want to know the last 3 things you looked at. Pass. We will now start to play pass your phone.
Pass the phone.
Pass the phone. Oh, there you have it. Rub your eyes. Have yourself a good time. Yeah, come on. Can I get a yeah, come on?
Yeah, come on.